Have you ever thought about what is the secret to success? We're watching all these people kind of run circles around us, like they just seem to have it all figured out. And then we're over here kind of going, well, wait a minute, what about me? I'm doing all the things, I'm saying all the things, I'm writing all the things, like I'm doing check, check, check. But it just seems to be happening for others faster than it is for me. Or how do I stay on track? I seem to start something, but then I stop something. I get going or I can't get motivated. Like, what is it? I'm going to give you two tips, kind of the secret to success in making. And well, I'll start off with the very first one. The first one is making quick decisions. Right? How often do we waffle on things? Like, I used to do this. I would tell people I'm a slow burn. Right? I need to learn information. I need to kind of mull it over. I need to sleep on it. I need to feel it. Right? I remember the very first time I made a quick decision or I was the quicker of the decision. I don't even think it was a quick decision. I just happened to be quicker than the other person involved. And this was way back when I published my very first book. I remember talking with somebody and he's like, hey, we should, we both wanted to publish a book. We should figure it out and we should publish a book. About 6 months later, I ran into him at a networking event and he's like, Angel, I have been the last 6 months, I've done all the research. I've checked out all the different publishing options, all the different printing options. Like, these are all of our choices. This is all the things. I have this great spreadsheet with all this information that I just went and figured out. And I was like, great. And then I held up, I'm like, I have a book. Right. So one of the best things, right, secrets to success is don't lollygag in your decision making, right? Have your yes be yes, your no be no. Like, just make a quick decision. Do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? And if it's a no, then great. Don't give it another thought. Walk away. But here's what sometimes will happen. As soon as you make the decision, you'll be like, oh, wait, I actually do want to do that, or I don't want to do that. Like, you'll know, like you'll have that visceral emotional reaction to it. It'll be peace or it'll be regret. Make quick decisions. Like, that is going to get you off the wagon, right, of this slow moving train. Too often we spend way too much time trying to decide what we're going to do next, trying to make these thoughtful and mindful decisions. But why? We're not going to make a mistake, right? Or if we do, so what? Oh, right, we are a tree. We can move, we can change it, we can always go back. But it's in the slow burn, the drawn out. I was actually listening to somebody today and she's like, I decided, right, I'm going to buy a car. I go buy a car. Versus her husband, he's like, well, is it going to be diesel? Is it going to be gas? What are the payment options? What are the best choices? Where should we buy it? Like all of these things. And I get it, right? We want to be smart about the things that we're doing, but trust yourself. You are smart, right? We are amazingly smart, but we often second guess it. And that's the place that we end up in second guessing, in worrying, in wondering, in asking a whole lot of questions. Secret to success tip number one, make quick decisions, right? And so for today, for the next 24 hours, don't think about it. Like, yes or no, in or out, right? Open or close. Like, let's just see if making quick decisions, not giving yourself a chance to think on it, sleep on it, check it out, research it. Like, just go with your gut, make a decision. And if you change your mind, change your mind, change it fast. Tip number two for secret to success, short-term goals, short baby steps, right? I was listening again to somebody else, right? Listening to podcasts. This is what we do here. And they were talking about kind of a lowering the bar on our goals. So often we set ourselves up for a setback because the goals are so big, right? I am going to make $1 million this year, right? Okay, well, that's a huge goal. Like, if I'm going to go from zero to a million or whatever, right? If it's a big leap. Now, if you're at 999 and going to a million, that's a short-term goal, right? Think about, what is the short-term goal? What can I do today? What action step can I take consistently? One of the things that we have our clients do in Media Firestorm are 2 daily activities that are going to move the needle, right? Move the dial. One a day creates a business that pays, right? If you do these two things, send one email out to your list, and book one podcast, right? Just do that once a day for 30 days. If you can come in and take 20 minutes to write the email and 10 minutes to apply for a podcast or book a podcast, right? In 30 minutes, you've crossed off and you've done the fundamentals and the foundations for your business. And now the day is free, right? You've created exposure and a path for revenue. Those are the two things you need for business. But think about where you want to go and what's a short-term goal that in the next 30 days, this is where I want to be. This is in the next 30 days or the next, 3 weeks, whatever the time frame is, like little baby steps, small short-term goals that I can put an action step behind it and a measurable, I can't even say that, a measurable result at the end of it, right? If I can, and a time frame, right? So short goals, I'm going to do this. This is what I want the goal to be. In 4 weeks, this is the deadline. And every day, this is what I'm going to do to get myself closer to that. We have a 90-day author program where we help our clients get their books published in 90 days. And what does that look like? It's 10 minutes a day. Every day for 10 minutes, I'm going to do this. By just taking that baby step and having a very clear deadline, here's my action step, but a short goal. Today, I'm going to do this. Today, I'm going to do this. Today, I'm going to do this. It's the short-term goals and the baby steps, like chunking down that big dream, that big audacious goal, which we love them. They're that driving force, right? That keep our eye on the horizon, keep us moving forward, get us out of bed every day. But it's the actual, action steps and the short-term goals that are going to create that success and that momentum. So I'd love to hear, like, what did you make quick decisions on? Did that change something for you? What is a short-term goal? Something that right now in the next week or the next 30 days that you are going to move and accomplish, whether that's personally or in business. I would love to hear that. And if you have another really great secret to success, I'd love to see that in the comments as well. So cheers.